Hey guys, welcome to Taking Tarazona Up. Just wanted to start this episode by flagging that we have actually been taken over by a consortium, and a lot of the debt, it was up to 2 million at this point, has been wiped off the club, and we're sitting with a really healthy balance now of about 600k. So here's the news article. A consortium led by Mr. Mateos has successfully completed the takeover. So it's Jorge Sevilla who's being booted out. And I was a bit worried that I would be next on the chopping block, but apparently they just want to thank me for and apologize for the stressful time. We've been given some extremely fair goals, so all of the kind of possession and make most of set pieces have been taken away, and it's just basically make some good progress, work within the wage budget, etc. And the transfer embargo has been lifted. So here is the overall balance. Look at that. I mean, it's been turned around overnight. So what I've got to do now is make some requests. You can see income this month almost 3 million. And that is unbelievable stuff. So really, really cool. I think what I'm going to request is to do a coaching course because I still have pretty lowly stats. In fact, I can show you. So here's my profile. So I've only been improving just through my experience in the game, and I'm up to 40% reputation, which is really, really good. And so yeah, I'll head to some highlights now, guys. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Having requested to do a coaching course, the reason for rejection is we have to be selfish here. We fear that if you continue to make that sort of progress, the club could lose you to bigger and better opportunities. It's like, guys, I already turned down the Crystal Palace job in the Championship. Give me something. So we're going to discuss with the board. Welcome, Ross. We get to see what Mr. Mateos looks like. Um, I think it would be beneficial for me to do a coaching course. We'd like to be able, but they can't afford for you to be regularly absent. Um, I can't stress how important. I'm going to insist, and then we will accept. So, looks like we might need to request having more coaches. So we're missing a performance analyst, which is one of the roles we have actually shared with one of our recruitment roles. So if I go to the board and then make a board request, Um, is it networking, facilities, staff? Of course, it's staff. So coaches allowed, and we're gonna see if we can increase the coaches allowed, and I'll continue. God, we've just got 600k. They won't even pay for my coaching course. For goodness sake. Uh, they're, they're happy that we've prepared the financial damage. Yeah, that was nothing to do with me, mate. Um, we're just gonna be We're just going to be super positive. Let's hope we can get some more coaches and then we can hopefully do our coaching course one day. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's been rejected. Okay, so welcome to my time at Tarazona where I haven't been allowed to do anything I want. Okay, I'll see you in the match, guys. Okay, all. So the last match we played was against Eualia. I think that's how I pronounce it. And so after that was the last game of the previous year. We played a friendly, and our first match back was a 3-all draw. A bit of an action-packed one, this. And here was me, petrified that our previous bad winter form would rear its ugly head again. We massively beat them in the XG, but they have this player called David who has fantastic physicals and always is a thorn in our side. So they go 1-0 up, but ever reliable Iglesias from the penalty spot brings us back level. And we've been so dangerous from corners. And Tompkinson gets in at the back post after the goalkeeper makes a good save. And look at this for a great run. Iglesias is just in terrific form, plays it wide. Fantastic ball into the box. But we do get caught in the end. They kind of build up well around the area, allowed to turn in the box and slot it in nicely. So that was a little bit disappointing, and they get the equalizing goal. So they came back from 3-1 down. So that guy David again, and yeah, I can't really complain about that cross. It was really, really good stuff. And in our next game, it was a narrow 1-0 victory. I remember We didn't do really enough to win this game, but I think the keeper let a soft shot through his hands and it enabled us to get the victory. And you can see the pitch isn't doing too well over the winter. Um, Romaric lays it off to Altimira, and look at that for some chocolate wrists, eh? Not too good. We went on to lose the next game. I'm not going to show you the goals here, but disappointed. You can see we didn't deserve to win, to be honest. In our next couple of matches, we went on a bit of a drawing run here, which was a bit disappointing. These are games we were expected to win. Again, in this one, 18 shots to their 11. We really should have got something from the game. But look at that for a towering header from a corner. Really love to see that. And then I think we conceded from a corner as well, or at least on the second phase. Uh, Disappointing. Good swivel and shot though. So that was disappointing. Draw against Valencia. And we followed that up with another draw against Levante. This was very, very equal though this time, and really it was a long shot from Carpio who managed to get us back in the game at the kind of last quarter. I seem to remember them scoring a pretty decent goal here. Yes, right, a good strike into the top right. Would have loved our keeper to have maybe made a bit more of an effort, but we went 4-4-2, went a bit more direct, and look at this for a curling shot from the edge of the area, described as a daisy cutter in the post-match press conference. Following that, then, you see, we haven't been scoring too many goals, but I'll tell you what we can rely on is big old Junior Romaric to come up trumps. I wonder if this is a header or not, but we'll soon see it. The highlight starts in the corner, so no, I remember this was a kind of good poacher's finish actually. Um, and we managed to see the game out. Intercity, a little bit of a bogey team for us. They're not doing too well, but they seem to always get points against us. And we scored with almost the last kick of the game here. We lost a couple of players during this match to injury. You can see Delavabora goes down slightly after this, but with crossing like that, I wanted to keep him on the pitch. And you can see they come back from a set piece. Oh, I wish he'd have palmed it out a bit further, or Bilbao. And they actually get the lead. They go 2-1 up in the drizzly rain here. Their striker getting free at the front post. But we get a corner, and I thought this was one of those end game highlights. And look at that for a towering leap from our beanpole Romaric. So happy that we did salvage a point, but like I said, they are a bit of a bogey team. But then we played FC Andorra, one of my favorite teams to keep an eye on in real life and in the game. They're owned by Gerard Piqué, and I think they do play on the border or inside Andorra within Spain. So pretty interesting story as Romaric. Really great finish in the box, and we managed to keep it tight and end the game. Really low quality chances for both teams, but yeah, we ended up doing well there. So I will check, maybe do this all in one shot for you. I will check that. So we're playing bottom of the league today, but they have our number a little bit, and they play a tiki-taka style. Maybe they're a bit too attacking. So let's see what we can do. We'll go forward a little bit more so I can show you what I tend to do, but there doesn't seem to be too many concerns. We have a lot of players on international duty, so we'll clear the subs and we'll just auto do it because we'll miss these players anyway. Is there anyone we really want to play? No, these players all have good relationships with each other. What I might want to do is, if Teixeira's playing, I tend to put him on an inverted winger on support, but I ask him to cross the ball a little bit more. Cross ball more often. Okay, and if I show you his stats, he's improving well. He's supposedly got La Liga potential, so we'll see how that goes. He's one of the players I got from this non-contract scouting method from Second Yellow Card. Really great channel on YouTube. I think even Zealand kind of has taken up some of his scouting techniques, and Zealand's the king of scouting and loans, so that's saying something. So we're doing well, keep the run going, and it's the attackers and defenders, sorry, the midfielders and the attackers we want to take us through this match. We're not going to change too much, although I always like to check how much pace the striker's got in case we need to push up a bit more. So, Sabadell. I've been near Sabadell in real life. I actually have a friend who was born there. It's not too far away from Barcelona, I think, in Catalonia. I'm sure someone can point me out in the comments if I'm wrong, but that's good to see. The momentum's with us, and we're not going to go attacking just yet. But Iglesias is always in that kind of half space there, and it leaves the winger open. Teixeira, ooh, good strike. And he's going to use his pace to pick up the second ball, and he actually takes it past his man. It's another decent cross. Unfortunately, the highlight comes to nothing. Scandinavian sounding fullback kicks a pretty aimless free kick, but Teixeira makes good progress on the left hand side. De la Vibora whips it in, it gets blocked, but Teixeira with the cross, and Romaric heads over. He's a bit like our Andy Cole, as it were. He gets lots of chances, um, but he doesn't always tuck them away, but he comes up trumps when we really need it. Lovely leap there from Tomkinson. It's now in midfield, back to the fence. Tomkinson able to bring it out from the back, but he decides to show a bit of composure. Carpio picking it up from deep, and we're playing it around really nicely. Would love to see Teixeira just stretch the play now. He could have got the overload there, but in some sense, it's better that he has stayed deep because he's picked up the ball in a wide position. We're working it across the back line, and Teixeira's there. He's got to score. Oh, and he slips it under the keeper. Third goal of the season for Teixeira. Something I'd like to see him do a bit more. He's one of our best players in terms of ability and potential. Let's see how he finds the space there. Was it a reverse ball from Altimira? Really lovely ball. Look at the space, and he still manages to nutmeg the keeper. Just put it to his right, but hey, it goes in, and I'm not going to complain. They're going to show us the offside here, but it's really, really sort of well held run. Could have easily strayed offside. Look at that nutmeg one more time. That's one thing I have to say. This FM does do right. It really has added lots of nice. Oh, Iglesias through here. Nice animations. Not a good one there. We would have wanted one to slot it into the top corner, but Iglesias much better on his left foot than on his right. Oh, Romaric almost closes down the keeper there. I was saying that the animations are really nice in this FM. I particularly like the goalkeeper ones. Tomkinson wins the ball, but we lose the 50-50 midfield. And can Tomkinson get back? Maybe just enough to put the player off. He certainly couldn't cut inside on his right foot. And we have a corner here. We've been so dangerous from these all year. And Romaric, he gets out-headed, but Iglesias keeps it on. He squares it to Villavabora, and Villavabora actually has one finishing. So I would have been pretty amazed if that had gone in. But they've got a pretty full stadium, have Sabadell. Interested to see the attendance after this match. Now that we're not so desperate for gate receipts. And it's a good strike to give us a corner. Of course, as you just saw, we've been taken over. But that money will slowly work its way down. Unfortunately, I don't know whether FM uh, gets it wrong in the way that the finances are calculated, but there's just no way in these smaller leagues for to seemingly make a profit when you don't have high gate receipts. So really, if you stay within the wage budget and you don't have too many bonuses like I try and look after, I don't know why we lose so much money, but you always tend to get bailed out by the game mechanics anyway. But they've got a prolonged bit of possession here, and our fullback hasn't tracked Keita very well, but he does recover. And it looks like we're on the counter attack here. Iglesias picks it up in the half space. Romaric running the channels well and plays it back, but we keep the ball well. Little flick from Iglesias. Vietes driving wide. He's got good crossing. He whips it in, and is it Romaric to get there? No, not quite. Altimira with a great half volley. Teixeira! Curling shot from about 35 yards. Gonna need to be a pretty amazing strike to beat the keeper from there. And we're closing in on half time, and The momentum's definitely been with us, but I'm not too happy with the amount of chances we've created. So um, let's have more of the same, and hopefully that's gonna uh, let us see this victory through. They haven't offered too much, but they are fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table. So Romarik comes deep. Really enjoyed him being a target forward. He hasn't always played there, but for the entirety of this season he has, and he's had an unbelievable season. So as he has for the last couple, really. Bit concerned this game's kind of just running into nothing. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we do win a header, but we lose out straight away to their fullback. I'd like us to win this ball. Don't want them to get back into the game, do we? Playing it around with their tiki-taka style, but it hasn't done well for them this season, but it could uh, help them in this match. Oh, that's a pretty hopeless ball from them. We're going to build up now. Carpio picking it up and allowed. Oh, you can't allow him that much space. Iglesias driving through into the area, squares it for Amarik, and it's a really bad finish. He's on a yellow card as well, which is concerning. Right, let's maybe freshen things up a little bit. I mean, for once, Romaric's not having a great game, and he's on a yellow card. I just love him for his defense at set pieces, though, to be honest. It is actually Kepa Vietes who I want to bring off. I'm actually going to bring on Kenneth because he has such a high rating for set pieces. Um, he has like 15 free kicks, which for this level, makes a real difference. Looks like we're going to pick up another highlight here. Tompkinson, Moreno. Nice build-up play here. Romaric dropping deep. And there's an overload on the left-hand side, but Teixeira beats his man. I wanted to drive to the byline. He's got so much pace and good crossing. But here's De La Vabora. It's and a great save at the near post to share it again. We are so dangerous from the left-hand side at the moment. Iglesias with the ball. And Kenneth picks it up and it's hoofed clear. Let's hope this highlight keeps going. Want to see us being positive here. Perez tries to beat his man on the right-hand side and does fairly well. Gets a 1-2 from Kenneth. And it's a really bad ball inside. I'm really concerned this game is going to fizzle out. It's a good dink that they've done there. And Bilbao backtracking almost onto the line there. Rolled out to Moreno. And we're going to build up on the left-hand side. De La Vibora driving forward. Romaric's done a really nice kind of intelligent bit of movement there to drop deep. And it's Iglesias through. Let's hope he can get it on his left foot this time. It's on his right. He tries to dink it and he just hasn't quite got the technique on that right foot, has he? The assistant manager feature wanted us to change one of our defenders for a 5'8" winger there. That's interesting. Kenneth driving inside now on his left foot. A really nice ball to Teixeira. Out to De La Vabora. Gets to the byline. Oh, and Iglesias actually gets the header off. Again, one of our smaller players. I think we do need fresh legs here. We are going to bring on. We're going to keep Teixeira on because he's doing well. He's got the goal. Do we bring Romarek off? I think we do. He's just not having a great game. We're going to have to rejig our set pieces. And it's actually Iglesias who's not doing that well. So we're going to bring Leon on and switch Carpio to that Metsala position. Leon, if you don't know what his stats look like, he's just a playmaker, really. He can't do much else. But I do like him there. He can switch the play really well. And so we definitely don't want to have him on as a target forward, but we want him to drop deep. We're not going to do those crosses. In fact, we're going to aim for the lower kind of crosses. We're going to bring the tempo down as well, for sure. I'm going to keep doing what we're doing here because it's done well, and it's just these corners that we want to sort out, isn't it? We definitely don't want Zaletta at the back post. So who's our kind of next best header? Do you know what I will do? I will actually bring Sito on just for a little bit more height at set pieces, seeing as we're taking danger man off. So if I switch this guy, Sito is 5'10", so he's not the tallest. Who do we actually want there? We don't really have many tall people left, do we? We want these guys to mark the tall players. I mean, he's not bad, is he? He's probably better. Heading 10, jumping reach 9. Yeah, we probably actually just keep him at the front post. Um, we just want this guy probably zonally there. And we'll check the other side. Perez, he'll be fine there. Not ideal, but that's good. It tends to bug out for some reason. I want you guys to make an impact. Protect Romaric a little bit on that yellow card. They're getting a little bit of momentum, but it's swung back in our favour. Now what we want to do is we just want to be completely balanced and just protect the lead. Be more disciplined. Get this guy as support. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll keep Perez on even though he's got a yellow card. That should be fine. Tejero can come off now for Marin as an inside forward on support. And that takes off the crossing thing anyway, doesn't it? And that's it. We just got to hope we can see out the game. Not happy with the amount of chances we've created and the shots on goal, but if we can keep them to 0.15 XG, then that's just absolutely fine, isn't it? It seems like we have done that, unless there's some late drama here. Looks like Tompkinson's going to cut that out. And we do win the game, so bit of a disappointing 1-0 victory, but our defenders getting really good ratings, so maybe the story is we just controlled the game. So I'm not going to be too harsh on the lads. Uh, um, we got the result basically, even though we weren't at our best. But our defense played really well. So I'll show you the league table. And looks like we are still in fourth. And I'll keep you updated as the matches go on. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you in the next one.